I need to go heal by PowerPoints back at the Poke Center. I forget I can do this, but I'm running out of berries, so I need to do this. Now that berries are... Oops. I landed on the light bulb. Now that I know berries can be used for paints, saving them for paints and then healing at the Poke Center is a lot more useful. So, hi Hoppet. Hopefully your shop will go away soon. Yeah, they let Slowpoke be Water Psychic, but not Psyduck. Exactly, like Slowpoke should have not been Water Psychic. I think Slowking made sense for Water Psychic. The slow line should have been Water types, and only Slowking becomes Psychic type. That's what I think. But Psyduck definitely should have been. It's in the name. It makes sense. At the very least, they should have made it evolve into like Water Psychic, and that been its whole thing. But isn't Golduck also a Water type and not a Psychic type? Because I believe that's the case. I could be wrong with that. I've been wrong about a lot of things. I get mixed up sometimes about things, like where I remember the exact opposite of the case, you know? Like where I was thinking that Gyarados had a Water Dragon, or yeah, Water Dragon Mega, when really it has a Water Dark Mega. And people were mad that it didn't have a Water Dragon. Or not mad, but they were disappointed. Here's the bricks. Thank you. And guess what I'm going to do, Growlithe? I'm going to make more bricks. But yeah, it's some Pokemon should have been different types, especially Gen 1 Pokemon. Some of them don't make sense. Oh, look how many bricks I have. Funny number, funny number. Not the funniest number, but the one the kids think is funny. gotta remedy that real quick. I need to clean up this side of the beach, actually. I couldn't go over here for the longest time. But then I built the giant bridge here, but I never actually cleaned it up. It's kind of really ugly around here. Let me do a little bit of cleaning real quick. I'm not supposed to be, like, you know, building the stuff on this stream. This is my questing stream. But I finished most of the quests already, so I gotta do a little bit. Just get all the little debris out of the way. I won't clean up all, like, the cloths or the big wood or metal things. Or the goop. I need Piplup for the goop. Also, wait, did this go... Wait, is there something over that way? This looks like it used to be like a road to somewhere else. Or was it like an ending? Maybe it ended here. Only wanted to find out, though. Can I go this direction, or does it do the cloud thing? It does let me go over here, but it doesn't look like there's something over here. Looks like that was just the end of the road. It just kind of like broke off. So I'll end the road there, whenever I do the road. I'll make a little look over area, and maybe I'll build something in this corner here, actually. No, you can't build it in this corner. This would have been perfect for a big, like a big project right there, like a big house or something would have been perfect. Could have been like a boathouse. Then you kind of like have to go to. Oh man, actually a little disappointed about that. I guess I could build it right here though, and just slightly away. It's not as perfect, but it'd be nice. I guess I could be Lapras for a little bit. I wonder if Kyogre is still over, or if Kyogre came back. I don't think I saw it, but it might have. I wonder if there's a certain like trigger for whether Kyogre shows up here or not. It might be random, or maybe there's like something you can do to make it happen. Because yeah, no, Kyogre's not over here. Sadly. Despite me loving Kyogre. I also never built Lapras' house, did I? Why didn't I? Did I not have all the ingredients? Oh, I didn't have the bricks for it. Or the seashells. Do I even have those seashells, actually? I don't even think I have those in my inventory. Or like my boxes again. That might have been why I never built Lapras' house. Graveler form is so good. Yeah, I only had 10 of them, huh? I don't think I have any more anywhere, do I? Did not mean to pick that up. I do want this, though. Are there any mysterious slates in any of this? No. I have a lot of these mysterious slates now, so I wanted to kind of go see if I could start. Because that might be its own quest once I fixed it up. I wonder if I'll get like an unknown from that quest if I finish them all. So let's go look there. Let's go try and get any... We might have them in each of our like boxes, or a box in each area might have the item needed, the little blocks that I need. So I might need to check each of them. sure though. Fireplace Nap Spot. That's the place we got Quilava at, I think. Quilava's a cool Pokemon, I will say. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of the fire type starters, just because like growing up, one of my brothers used to always get the fire type starter, and I chose like the water one. So I never like ever have like, it's almost like trained in me to not choose the fire starter. In every generation. What do you want, Oddish? You're the best, Ditto. Thank you, Oddish. A stick. Three sticks. You know, Oddish. You do you. So I don't generally like think too much about like, oh, the fire starter and like, oh, I do have enough seashells right here. Oh, I put them in this place, I guess, at one point when I was clearing out my inventory. Whoopsies. Do I have more of those special blocks? Not here. Oh yeah, because I put the ones that were here, I put them actually already over there, didn't I? Unless I put them unless I put them on my side file. I might have done it on my side file. Okay, no, I did already put these ones here. Okay. I hope there's not repeats. Okay. Those two do not match up at all. They could match up the other way. Do I have to pick these back up? Is that how this works? That's not where I wanted that. Yeah, I wanted it right here. So I could... Okay, I can pick them right back up. If I have something in front of them. I want to see if this goes to the other side, maybe. No, that doesn't go that way either. Because it kind of angles down, actually. So this one's probably some kind of middle piece. Because the white part on this one angles down. They might connect like that. I don't think they do, though. Let me break these two. I don't have as many of these as I thought I did. I guess I need a bunch of them. Oh, this is the opposite of this one. Or it goes like that. It could. It looks like a scary monster. It's the scary monster piece. Obviously. Definitely does not match up with that. Is that like a fishtail, actually? Wait. Oh, is that could be like a Kyogre's tail or something like that? What is this one? Interesting. Definitely does not connect there. Oops. Oh, you can grab the ones at the top if you look up at them, huh? So they accounted for that. This one's odd. This one's like only the copper looking stuff. I can place these by doing this, can't I? Because you know this little like corner piece here. I wonder what that's about. That doesn't match up at all. Let's just put them all down somewhere so you can just kind of see them all. I'm with you on the choosing the water starter back when I first played Red and Gold, but for entirely different reasons. What were your reasons for choosing the water starters? Because I liked water also. At the time, to clarify, it wasn't just that my brother chose them, because that's why I chose water over grass. However, nowadays I am a grass starter kind of person. Almost always. I think I'm out of these blocks. There might be some at the rocky ridges. You definitely can't see a pattern yet. Well, I mean, except for these two here. I see the pattern between these two. Let's see if there's some at the rocky ridges. I don't think there's any of the sparkling for sure. This sparkling skylands. Rocky ridges. But yeah, I don't think I've ever chosen the fire starter like as one of my main starters. Actually, however, if I was to play Gen 8 again, I would choose Cinderace. Because I chose Inteleon. I don't like Inteleon that much. I think Cinderace is a cooler final stage than Inteleon. I liked the little blue lizard at the beginning. I didn't like what it became. And I don't like Grookey just because I wish it... Or not Grookey. What's his final evolution? Grookey's its first form. It's Grookey, Thwackey, and... I keep wanting to say Grimmsnarl. But that's completely different. I learned Pokemon from TCG, so I only knew weaknesses / resistances from there. Fire was generally weak to water, grass was generally weak to fire, and water generally weak to electricity. I didn't know there was a type triangle, so I didn't know about the water's weakness to grass. Oh, you thought you were cheating the system. You were like, oh, this is the one that isn't weak to the other one, so I'll choose this one. That's really interesting. I never like considered that. Because yeah, that is how TCG works generally. Because they had combined some of the types together and you can only use one weakness. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that Gary would have tried to do from like the rival. I don't know what the rivals. I guess Blue might be the rival's official name. That's the kind of thing that they would have done. They're like, oh, I'll choose this one. So you have big rival energy. Thank you for the hydrate grids. Oh, and the stretch. Thank you, Grizz. I guess that's why you came in and Yoshino immediately pranked me. You have the... Currently, I'm the Pokemon character, main character, and you're my rival who's pranking. Thank you, Riolu. I said Riolu instead of Riolu. I guess it could be Riolu. I say Riolu. Very slight, subtle differences, but, you know. Probably I didn't need to say its name so many times in a row there. Looking back, it's also cruel what they did to Gyarados back in the TCG. He was weak to grass instead of electric. You can imagine what that did to my understanding of type matchups. Yeah, why in the world would they not make it weak to the one it's 4 times weak to in the actual games? I always thought that the whole system where they're each weak to one type was a little odd in the TCG because I did play the games before. Well, I interrupted the TCG before, but I was like, I didn't own them. It was just someone else having them. So my first Pokemon thing that I owned was the game. So I did learn the type matchups better from the game rather than trying to play with people who knew better than me as the card game and beat me every time because I didn't know how it worked. Because they wouldn't explain it to me because they wanted to win. So I had a friend who didn't teach me how to play the game and just like beat me a few times before I ever played the card, like my first time playing the card game. What was I doing? I forgot what was my quest? I got distracted talking about that and I forgot what I was doing. Oh, I wasn't doing a quest, was I? Huh? I was looking for the blocks. Yeah. Oh, I almost punched you, Riolu. Sorry. I said Riolu that time again. Do I say Riolu instead of Riolu? Even though in my head I say that. I guess I did kick all my blocks out of here, huh? Because it would be in one of these ones. Or like the other one. Yeah, they're not here, so yeah. I guess I already took all my other blocks. So I guess I have all the blocks I need. Those will take quite a while to get, I guess, huh? Yeah, the TCG matchups are weird to the point where I was talking about it the other day and I forgot that there were weaknesses because I was like, oh yeah, a lot of Pokemon I think are weak to something are not weak to it in the card game. And I'm like, oh wait, no, they are still weak to it. They're just weak to different things. Or like they're weak to one of their weaknesses, not the rest. Because with 18 types, each with multiple weaknesses, generally, it is weird that the card game only has one. That's a rough wall. That's not the right piece. This is the one, I think. I played the card game through elementary school. Only last year I found the binder my parents set up for my first copy of each card, including a bunch of foils. First editions of base foil jungle set cards? Really? That's a great find. I have a bunch of rare cards from when you were a kid. See, I played the card game in elementary school. A little bit. That's when I first got my cards. Or I didn't play till late elementary school when I got my first cards because I wasn't allowed to interact with Pokemon stuff growing up because my grandparents thought Pokemon was the devil. I've mentioned this before on stream, but they had some weird views about Pokemon cards. And like the Pokemon as a series. We used to have to watch the Pokemon anime in secret. We'd have to go to our small, tiny little TV that was in our garage and watch Pokemon when our parents were busy. Because they didn't really care as much, but they were mostly just like they didn't want to cause drama with the family. Nix Lee was mean to me. Moth, that's every day. Nothing is new. I didn't have any nostalgia for the cards, so I took them to a local shop to sell. Got nearly $500 for everything, which lined up with the prices I found online. Nice. I was gonna say like, oh, that's probably worth a lot. Then I realized that could have been insensitive, so I didn't say it. But now that you say it, I'm like, yeah. Maybe play Repo by myself. Oh, Moth. You could have asked me to play Moth. I would have said no because I'm doing Pokemon, but you could have. I would have said now. I would have said yes, potentially. Now I could have done it, but I knew you were done already, I assume. Yeah, because yeah, you rated out to, who was it? So I'm almost done with Pokemon, I think. Because I'm running out of quests to do. Unless, like, even if I can't find, what's his face? Alakazam here. Yeah, I don't have my nostalgia for my Pokemon cards either, but I didn't have like the super rare. That's what I was saying before. I didn't have like the first edition ones because I couldn't play it until like late elementary, almost into middle school. Maybe even middle school when I bought my first one. Around about half of it was just a single foil based set Charizard. Yeah, I bet Charizard is like one of the rarer ones from what I've heard. Like I've seen people go crazy for that one. It was fun to see the shop owner's face when he opened the binder to find that it in great condition. I had you on my phone while I was literally tearing up in fear. You just happily playing cozy game. I was jealous. Sorry, Bob. Rico is pretty scary sometimes. I have screamed in fear in that game. But yeah, I don't have any of the rare cards because I didn't get them until like I don't actually think I got them. Maybe it was middle school. I think maybe, and I got like the X and Y decks first. I don't know when those came out because I remember I didn't get them as like an actual elementary schooler. Actually, I don't think. I got my first game as an elementary schooler, but I didn't buy my own cards until I think middle school or maybe high school. It wasn't high school. It was like one of my middle school years. So I didn't have any like the super rare ones. I only had like the later edition ones. Can I build this? Not enough Pokemon. Well, Moth, if you somehow win the lottery, you can get a Switch 2 and get this game. And then you don't have to like repo anymore. You can play nice cozy games. I need to build the transmitters, don't I? I could do that for a second. Let me go get some Pokemon. Or rare Pokémetal. I know it's over here in a cave. Yeah, land of the water. I missed the water. I went on either side of the water. Ooh, a rare thing. On and off since middle school, I was even into Magic the Gathering. Ever since their 30th anniversary, though, I've not bought any more cards because of their marketing decisions. That's understandable. Lies, by the way? I don't think it's lies, Lee. It sounds truthful. I believe Moth. Because Moth told me the story first. So unless you have a conflicting story and reason, I can't believe you. I know Lee probably can't hear me because Lee's currently streaming, I think. So probably just gonna read the chat. Yeah, I had like one Magic the Gathering set. I would say the cards that I was the most into, like actually playing the card game though, was Yu-Gi-Oh! I actually played Yu-Gi-Oh! I owned Pokemon cards because I liked the Pokemon. I mostly collected them a little bit. Not very much, just like I liked having the cards. And I played a little bit with one of my little brother, I think. But generally not that much. I was mostly just to collect the little Pokemon because I like how Pokemon are. You know, Pokemon are like little friends, you know. But the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card is what I had. I'm actually not sure if I owned a Magic card. I think actually might have been one of my brothers who owned the Magic cards. And then I just stole them from him when he didn't care about it. And tried to play a little bit, but didn't really. I don't even remember what the cards were, actually, it's now. Because I also wasn't allowed to buy Magic cards, even when I was in middle school, because religious family and the word magic, you know. So, they were not a fan. But my high school age, or yeah, like, actually it might have been my 18-year-old brother at that time when I was in like middle school, was able to buy it because he was old enough to not care what they said. Played enough Yu-Gi-Oh! About a decade just to learn the basics. That way I can critique it properly. I do think there's a lot of issues with it, so I agree in critiquing it. I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore. I don't think it's such a great game, especially with what's happened to it recently from what I've seen. I played Magic the Gathering for a couple of years. I remember nothing. I see. Moth, you give the vibe of someone who's tried out Magic the Gathering before. You don't give like a Magic the Gathering player vibe, but like, I think if I was to guess, I'd be like, yeah, Moth's played Magic the Gathering. I don't know what that means exactly, but like, I wasn't surprised hearing that. Whereas like if Slim Jim told me she played Magic the Gathering, I'd be like, Simple Jim plays Magic the Gathering, but I was like, oh yeah, Moth could play that. Could have played that. All I remember is I played a mono black aggro deck. I don't know what that means. I know there were color decks. I know that. I guess aggro is just like an aggressive. I don't know what that means for that card game, I guess. What specific to that is. Oh, some of these are rare Pokémetal, not just Pokémetal. I didn't realize that. I was just smashing them, hoping I was getting metal. I think the deck that I used was mostly it was either blue or green. It was one of those colors. Oh, I didn't mean to break that rock. I like the mossy rocks. We're all a bunch of nerds trying at least one TCG is almost given. Yeah, that's fair. That's the thing is like I was like out of all the TCGs, like I expect Moth to have tried Magic the Gathering rather than Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon. You know, if that makes sense. Like I was like, oh, that's the one that Moth's tried. It was in my head, yeah. Which I didn't know it was thinking about it. But then once Moth said it, I was like, yeah. I've tried most of them though. Like, I went to the card shop every Wednesday night, would go to the release nights and play in tournaments, and now I couldn't play if I tried. I don't remember anything about the rule. That's crazy, Mom. Whole part of your life lost. I bet if you tried to get back into it, though, you would remember it, theoretically. If you got, like, you actually sat down and tried it, you would, like, pick it up a lot faster than, like, a new player would, just because your brain would start to remember all the stuff you did before. But you probably have to get into a similar headspace. That or it would put you into a headspace you were back then, which... depending on what year that was, probably... For me, if I think of actually years when I played hard TCG games, those were not good years. So I would not like to go back to the headspace with them. I never too late to go get back in as long as you don't give Wizard of the Coast more money. Yeah. Not a fan of some of the things they've done, yeah. Well, it was like 2014, 2015. Oh, that's a long time ago, yeah. That's over 10 years ago. But hey, I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! Since about... No, I guess I played Yu-Gi-Oh! At like 2017. I didn't play in like tournaments and stuff like that. I mostly just played with people I knew. However, I was really good at it compared to people I knew. Like I was definitely better than my brothers. I actually won cards. We would bet cards against my brothers, and I won like half their cards. And like their rare cards, because I would just win every game. I actually beat both of them at the same time in Yu-Gi-Oh! One time. They both were like, we were both playing... You know, we both get to play our own turns and we get to attack you. We all have the same amount of life points, you know? But they each had individual, and I ended up beating both of them at the same time. So I was good at Yu-Gi-Oh! At some point. And I didn't spend a dime on cards. Chat isn't on my screen. Oh, OBS had an update. Oh, did it mess everything up? Because OBS is completely updated. I didn't realize that, because I couldn't check that before. I didn't think about that. Ah, no. Well, I'll have to figure that out. I didn't even notice. Yeah, no chat on the stream. Yeah, OBS had an update recently because everything's like, the layout's all different. All my things are different. So I didn't realize that it got rid of that because everything else is working fine as long as I like made sure it's working. Well, I'm going to be ending soon, so I'll fix it before next stream, probably. Messed my sound alerts too. Mine didn't mess up because they were mix it up, which is just, I have to basically reset that up every time. Actually, it might have, actually. I didn't actually ask if anyone still heard the sounds. And you're steamed? That's probably annoying. Good mess of your Steam Deck. Yeah, I won't worry about it this stream for my chat. Sorry if anyone was looking for chat. That looks awkward now, though. But, yeah. Thank you, Mod. I realized, as I said, it works. Yeah. Yeah, it does. It always works for me. I just never know if it works for y'all. Well, I know nowadays I got it pretty set in stone how to make it work. Okay, some Pokemon is using this furnace when I'm gone. And just using it. Like, I'm not even telling it to work. Yeah, it's like Cyndaquil comes over and makes a few bars every now and then. But Cyndaquil's up there working, so I don't know who it is. I don't know who's doing it. They're both up there working. Oh yeah, it definitely worked when I got mixed with it while they were taking a drink. Yeah. Yoshi timed it perfectly where I was taking a drink and then immediately did the jump scare, so I spit my drink out on my desk a little bit, like my water. Need a trail cam. I don't know what that means, Moth. You can jump! You can jump on the elevator to jump off. I was fidgeting with the buttons because I didn't know it could jump. Okay. Let's see which Pokemon is using the furnace. Oh! Yeah, I do have those security cameras that I can set up. You're right, Moth. I might see if I can buy one of those in a little bit. Let me get up here to do the thing over here. I mean, I think it's just, I think it's a mechanic that I didn't realize was in the game where if you put things in a furnace, even if you don't tell a Pokemon to go work on it, they will just casually and passively work on it. Like, it'll just get some of them done. It won't get, it's like, it's still better to send someone to work on it, but it seems like they'll just automatically do it on their own. Well, Talia does make fluff. Good to know. Okay, I think, because the one down there next to Poliwrath is also, that furnace is also being used sometimes. The game is taunting me with slides. I went and I moved Snivy all the way around the islands back up to here just so I didn't have to make it sad by getting rid of its slide. And they've given me 2 slides right next to the building. Is that the Toothless song? This is the Driftvale City song, which is from Gen 5 of Pokemon, which was the song that was used in the Toothless meme. Yes, Mom. But it originally comes from Pokemon. There's a Pokemon City in one of the DS games that has this music playing in the background. And so that meme, the person who made that meme, whoever it was, I don't remember the lore behind that meme, used that song for the meme. That's what Grizz also went. Is that a meme song? Grizz said, is that a meme song? Like last stream, whenever I first played that song. And I had to be like, that's actually a Pokemon song. An official Pokemon licensed song. Yeah, see, because there's no way a fire Pokemon is coming over here because they're both working on that building up there. They'd have to come over here, take the elevator, come over here and work here. Who's doing this? It's like the Midnight Barber, but it's the Midnight Furnace user. Hey, Alexander, this isn't creepy at all. This isn't the creepiest room I've ever been in my life. Oh, you're actually using that, huh? If I'm not mistaken, you're a Ditto, right? Well, isn't this a sight to behold? In all my years, I've never seen a Ditto transform into a human. Speaking of humans, I don't see any around here. So how were you able to transform into one? Oh, no need to answer. Just musing myself. Okay. Okay, Alakazam. The Psy Pokemon. A Pokemon that can memorize anything. It never forgets what it learns. That's why this Pokemon is smart. Who wrote this entry? Whoever wrote this entry is not smart. This dude memorized things. That's why he's smart. Oh, my environment level increased. I'm not fully awake yet. Oh, hello. Can I help you? What's that? You want to make an elevator platform? I see. Well, you were correct in assuming that I know how the answers to all the mysteries of the world. But I've been asleep for so long, I can't seem to shake the fog from my head. It may take some time before I remember such things I used to know. Darn. Or rather, that's certainly how it feels. But for some reason, how to make an elevator platform is one thing I do remember clear as day. Okay, game. Are you listening now? Here's what you'll need to do. The Pokemon Company's got jokes, okay? Both Poliwrath and this Alakazam had, like, bits in-game about them. If you connect 2 elevator platforms to the ladder, the elevator will start moving. Actually, it's not limited to just 2, as long as they're connected by ladders with no gaps. You can line up 3 or even 4 elevator platforms. They still work properly. Alakazam doesn't remember everything he's learned. Yeah, the Pokédex entry was confirmed wrong. That was like his whole thing. The only thing mentioned in his Pokédex entry was that he remembers things, and he immediately forgot everything but one thing. For some reason, all my knowledge about elevators, and only about elevators, has come rushing back to me. I'd love to see that knowledge put to good use. Would you please build one actual elevator platform? Also, Fork Knife was bad, was so rough. Huh? Wait, can I close this? Oh! There's like curtain doors. I want these. I want some of these in my own. Can I make these? How do I... Oh, it doesn't count as an item I can take a picture of, does it? Oh, that's sad. So I can't make that. What is Fork Knife? Am I confused? Or is Moth confused? Okay, elevator platform. Can I... Oh, do I need to build it over here? What does it require? Glass Tinka gear. Oh, so I need Tinkaton. Or Tinkmaster, I mean. No, it's still a Tinkaton. That's like the species thing. I don't call you, you know... Like, if I was to say, like, I guess if I was to say I need human, that'd be weird. Triangle design floor. That looks nice. Probably. It looks like it would look nice. I guess what I should say. Which is actually a really odd way to say that. So on second thought, maybe I shouldn't say it like that. Oh, I forgot this elevator takes so long.